Back doing what we would call in these games a dungeon crawl. Now that I have fixed my microphone. This probably will be short because I don't think I've ever been in this dungeon before. But dungeon crawling is actually a skill in these games, and it tests most fundamentally your situational awareness. Now, the first time you start doing these dungeons, it's probably a good idea to go with a friend. But I've been playing a long time, so let's see, I might get rolled in here. But if nothing else, you'll get to see two things. One, what a dungeon looks like, and two, how beautiful some of these games are. I'm actually here working on a quest called The Healing of Omri, and it says I need to retrieve mucus from an ancient powerful creature. First of all, that's nasty, but nonetheless, I need that item, and it's in here somewhere. Now, I've pulled up my map. I don't know if I mentioned, but for EQ1 and EQ2, you actually have to download exterior maps that have been developed by people over the years. I've done that, and so I have a map. So now I need an ancient powerful creature, and I need to figure out where that person might be. I have no idea. We've got a bunch of stuff. So we're just going to start from the beginning and figure it out as we go. Alright, so let's start. Close the map. I've got my mercenary Buildy, who is a bard, and who takes very good care of me. And before we go any further, I'm going to buff us all up because can't really afford to die without a fight. So, that clicking sound you heard, the cha-ching, was actually Buildy getting paid. Mercenaries have to be paid. You can't, they don't work for free any more than most people. So we just had to go ahead and help him out a little bit. Alright, well that's enough for now. Let's see what we can see in here. I didn't get a you have discovered, so that suggests I've been here before. I just don't remember. That's how long it's been. Alright. Notice that I am not just running to that beautiful temple up there. I'm inching my way up, and as I do, I'm looking. You can see there's dudes there. White though, so he's not going to attack me. That Yale defender is blue and a significantly higher than average mob at 82. Those special brackets around him means that he's a little stronger than your average 82. And you can see that's true for all of them. That often in dungeons is the case, that because they're special zones, they want you to have to work a little bit harder. But what this means, especially since I'm a solo, is I'm going to have to do a little bit of awareness. So I kind of know where everything is. You can see the stuff in the water is not aggro. It doesn't have that red outline. But we've got a Yale defender coming here. So what we're going to do is while he's coming here, you notice there's nobody else near here. So I'm just going to attack him, because I can get him all by himself. And with a little luck, he goes down. And when we say dungeon crawl, literally what we mean is you go a little by little by little till you get where you're supposed to be going. And right now I'm not sure what that is. But let's see about getting this guy. Gotta get close enough. The trick is to get close enough to cast your spells within their range, but not so close that you have gotten him to start fighting you before you're ready to fight. He's dead. Now you see there's another one coming this way. We want to clear this one first, since we know this one's not aggro, which means he's not going to attack me. We're going to focus on this guy. Get him out of the way with a little luck. You scared? Sorry, my grandson just tapped on me. Good night, dear. Alright, so now we're going to deal with this dude because he's going to come back here eventually. So the trick is to, well, he's walking away. So the trick is, as you go through, the goal is to try and get as many by themselves, or two at the most, as possible. Depending on who's in your group, you may have somebody who can root or mesmerize and keep one of them at bay if you get more than one. I'm a healer, Bards can theoretically do it, but I don't think that a Bard mercenary can do messing. But anyway, well, he's gone, so now we have another one all by himself. As long as you take your time, you know, so we're just moving a little bit further in every time. Check my map to see which way I'm supposed to be going. Do I see anything that looks like it has a name? Ooh, Leviathor's Consumer. Maybe that's it. I don't know. Anyway, we press on. Let's see, we got, again, situational awareness. One is walking away, one's walking toward us. We want to kill the one walking toward us before the one walking away turns around. All NPCs have something called pathing, which means that the programming has them going in a fixed path. Now, it's not necessarily a short path, but it is predictable. Part of getting good at dungeon crawling is watching and seeing what things are doing, so that you can then kill them. Let's proceed a little further. Got a bunch more friends up here. It's gorgeous in the sense of art, but I don't like sticky, icky things. So it's like, yuck. Don't like, ooh, Lord, I don't know what that is. And I have been here before. It's coming back to me now. So the trick is to get rid of these. And we have here, you'll see, I'm getting beat up on the side. This is what we call an add, which means he has added to what we had planned to do. Fortunately, I have a pretty good merc. And now if I stand here, see, he notices me. Aggro range, I think we mentioned in another video, but that is the range spatially within which an aggro mob will attack you. And until you fought a few times in a particular zone, you just kind of have to figure it out. And I mean, it's actually one of the reasons I love these games is because you have to figure things out. There's no just push a button and generate, troops, or point your cursor and take down things. You actually have to think. You have to be aware. Since these guys are all wandering, I have to be careful to actually kind of be systematic about killing them, because they're all eventually going to come back. That's called respawn. And so if I'm trying to get through the dungeon, I need to actually clear and move on, because if I stay here too long, the stuff is going to come back again. And then I'll have to kill it all over again, and that's a waste of time. So we're just going to systematically work on these until we can get the heck to the next section. Alright, so now I'm here, I'm looking. Well, I guess we just go to the next section, because I don't really see anything that's screaming at me. Something that would give me mucus. I mean, that's just nasty, by the way. Now, he's here. Notice this. He's just kind of running around, but he doesn't have red, so I'm not going to mess with him. Why? Why do I want extra things to have to beat me up? I don't. I want to focus on the stuff that's going to beat me up if I don't beat it up first. It's kill or be killed. Alright, so, and you'll notice it's in EQ2, you have the little treasure chest after you kill something, and you just loot it. Get your stuff. Get your plat. Alright. Sometimes you'll get a box with an item. Especially in dungeons. As he's gone too far away, so I gotta get him back. And we have an ad. And when you're in a group and an ad happens, not everybody will see it. So you just would say ad, or you type ad. And that way everybody knows we have a problem. Let's pull you out of here. Now, the other thing you can do is if you look at the name up here, you'll see these 3 up arrows. And it'll, in case you're not paying attention to the little symbol, it tells you point blank, very tough, get some backup. I'm not scared. There are times when I am scared, but not now. Go away or I shall taunt you a second time. Now, if I remember correctly, up here is going to get rocky, because up here, that's my Merc casting Bard spells on me. Yep, because here's the first set of names. And they're all going to come at once. So one has to be strategic. I do not remember. So if I die, this will be a good example of what not to do. We target the named. All these others are going to come with him, but we target the named. We also have an undead knight in here, which is nifty because I personally am strong against the undead. But the goal here really is to keep Bildy alive and let him do the work, because alright. Well, it's time. Again, notice I'm staying as far away from it as I can, except as necessary to actually get it. And it's whooping my butt. But this guy is not going to be that long. It's a big fight. I gotta heal Bildy so he doesn't die. Oh, the named is dead, and you can tell because I have this giant chest. Is everybody dead? Everybody is dead. Hooray. When you're a healer, or you play a healer class, the fundamental rule is you heal everybody else first. Why? Because your tanks are squishier. You are squishier than your tanks. So you want them to be not dying. It's easier for you to die in combat. And I have a box. And I have a spell that I absolutely cannot use in this giant treasure chest. But it is a rare spell, because that's what an exquisite chest usually holds. So I'll be able to sell it. Alright, ooh, and an item. Now this one is too low for me, but I can pass this on to one of my alts. Heirloom means that I can trade it with anybody on this account, but I cannot trade it to somebody else, so I can't sell it. So that was pretty good. Right, I'm going to end the video here because we're now at 15 minutes and go on trying to find my mucus. Bye!